might even have something like buy a sermon topic. You never know. So, and if you want to donate a service or some kind of fun activity to do with others in the congregation, you may do that. Please see Ken and Dorothy or Adam I have there. Yeah. And they will help you get that activity into the auction so that people can bid on it and be like, yeah, I'll pay $10 to go do that. And then we raise money together and we have fun. So that's December 14th. Be sure to join us. Anyone, you don't have to be a member, anybody can join us. All right. And we've collected a lot of food in the hallway. I appreciate everybody who's brought that in. Feel free to bring in more because I have not organized it yet, but I will hopefully get to that in the next couple days. And we will get that distributed. All right. And of course, check the back of your order of service and our e-newsletter, which is published on Mondays, for more information and other ways of being together. We will now light our chalice. Gail.
The flaming chalice is the symbol of this Unitarian Universalist faith. We light it each Sunday, as do UU churches around the world, to create sacred space, to connect us with one another, and to remember who we are as people of faith. As our chalice lights up our hearts today, let us recite together the declaration and the covenant we make to ensure that our sacred UU value of equity lights up the world. We declare that every person is inherently worthy and has the right to flourish with dignity, love, and compassion. We covenant to use our time, wisdom, attention, and money to build and sustain fully accessible and inclusive communities. Hey, Dorothy, would you mind lighting the chalice? Thank you. Let us now rise together in body or spirit to sing hymn number 123, Spirit of Life.
This is the moment when I invite our children and the young at heart to come on up for our story. It's optional. Yeah. Look at these unicorns. Unicorns. Oh, cute. Okay, so I have a question. When you see something like a cat or a dog or something jumping out the window or something strange that you've never seen before, a pumpkin movie? Yeah. Well, when you see right, right. So how do you feel when you see something unusual that you've never seen before? You did? How did you feel? Was what? Was in a movie? Yeah. Do you feel scared sometimes? Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes when we see things that we have never seen before, we could feel a little bit afraid. The dinosaur movies in Jurassic Park, yes, very scary. Wolves jumping out and saying boo. That is very scary. Are you? So much fun. Or creep. There's lots of things we could be afraid of, right? But I'm going to tell a story of the little old lady who wasn't afraid of anything. What? Huh. Imagine that. All right. Once. Okay, good. You know it. Then you're gonna play along with me. Yes. We might even have to stand up. Okay. Once upon a time, there was a little old lady who was not afraid of anything. Spoiler alert. One windy afternoon, the little old lady left her cottage and went for a walk in the forest to collect herbs and spices, nuts, and seeds. She walked so long and so far that it started to get dark. There was only a sliver of a moon shining through the night, and the little old lady started to walk home. Suddenly, she stopped. Right in the middle of the path were two big shoes. And the shoes went, are you ready? You're going to do this with me? Clomp, clomp. Huh. That's weird. Is that weird? Tall little lady. Does she look scared? But she says, "Get out of my way, you two big shoes. I'm not afraid of you." And on she walked down the path. But behind her, she could hear two shoes go. Are you ready, everybody? Clomp, clomp. I'd be scared. A little farther on, the little old lady stumbled onto a pair of pants. Okay, now you got to stand up. And the pants went wiggle, wiggle. Good job. "Get out of my way, you pair of pants. I'm not afraid of you," said the little old lady, and she walked on. But behind her, she could hear two shoes go clomp, clomp, and one pair of pants go wiggle, wiggle. Farther still, the little old lady bumped into a shirt. And the shirt went shake, shake. "Get out of my way, you silly shirt. I'm not afraid of you," said the little old lady. And on she walked a little bit faster. But behind her, she could hear two shoes go clomp, clomp. One pair of pants go wiggle, wiggle. And one shirt go shake, shake. A little ways on, the little old lady came up upon two white gloves and a tall black hat. And the gloves went clap, clap, and the hat went nod, nod. This is very strange. Is it a ghost? I don't know. It looks a little bit like a ghost. "Get out of my way, you two white gloves and you tall black hat. I'm not afraid of you," she said. And on she walked just a little bit faster. But behind her, she could hear two shoes go, clump, clump. One pair of pants go, wiggle, wiggle. One shirt go, shake, shake. Two gloves go, clap, clap. And one hat go, nod, nod. By now, the little old lady was walking at quite a fast pace. She was very near her cottage when she was startled by a very huge, very orange, very scary pumpkin head. And the head went, boo, boo. Is that scary? That's scary. This time, the little old lady did not stop to talk. She did not stop at all. She ran. But behind her, she could hear two shoes go, clomp, clomp. One pair of pants go, wiggle, wiggle. One shirt go, shake, shake. Two gloves go, clap, clap. One hat go, nod, nod. And one scary pumpkin head go, boo, boo. The little old lady did not look back. She ran as fast as she could and didn't stop to catch her breath until she was safe inside her cottage with the door locked. She sat in her chair by the fire and she rocked and she rocked. It was so quiet in her cottage before the knock, knock on the door. Should she answer it? No. No? But she was the little old lady who was not afraid of anything, right? So she went to the door and she opened it. And what do you think she saw? Oh, Crystal's ahead of me. Two shoes go, clump, clump. One pair of pants go, wiggle, wiggle. One shirt go, shake, shake. Two gloves go, clap, clap. One hat go, nod, nod. And one scary pumpkin head go, boo, boo. I'm not afraid of you, said the little old lady bravely. What do you want anyway? We've come to scare you. You can't scare me, said the little old lady. Then what's to become of us? The pumpkin head suddenly looked unhappy. What's going on? What is this over here? Looks a little disorganized. Yeah, I think they just need some help. I have an idea, said the little old lady. Thank goodness, because she wasn't afraid, so she was able to come up with a good idea, right? She whispered into the pumpkin's ear. The pumpkin head nodded, and its face seemed to brighten. Aww. The little old lady said goodnight, closed the door, and whistled on her way to bed. Next morning, she woke up early. She went to her window and looked out into her garden, and what do you think she saw? Two shoes go, clomp, clomp. One pair of pants go, wiggle, wiggle. One shirt goes, shake, shake. Two gloves go, clap, clap. One hat go, nod, nod. And one scary pumpkin head go, boo, boo, and scare all the crows away. The end. Well, so I learned a lot from this little old lady. It's a scarecrow. So do you think it was really trying to scare her? No. It just needed some help, I think. Yeah, it was. But yeah, that's true. He did say that. You're right. But she wasn't afraid, and so she helped him instead. And now he's out there with the crows. Yeah. Does he look happy? Looks like your head. Your mom's head. we won't let your mom. Maybe just because your mom is smiley. Yeah. Well, sometimes when we see things unusual, it's okay to be scared, but sometimes we have to be curious and go, should I be scared? Or maybe I should help. What do you think, Rachel? His gills on the side? Oops. I do not know. His ear. Oh, it's his. Interesting. He does. Right. So that he could also go underwater and scare away the barracudas. Yeah. All right. We're all done with our story, and that means you get to go out. Okay? You want to go out and play and have fun? Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Well, here we gather, tucked back in this friendly neighborhood between the beautiful tall pines. We are a community of people who have arrived from many different paths, yet we seek a common goal: to bring more love to a hurting but beautiful world. We do this by building our UUCL community with our time, talents, and treasures. Our shared UU value of generosity calls us to covenant with one another that we freely and compassionately share our faith, presence, and resources so that the dream of beloved community becomes a reality. Oh, were you not hearing me before? Oh, wow. That's not usually said of me. Please help us grow into our dreams as our ushers pass the plate for our collection.
Thank you all very much for your gifts. Our shared UU value of interdependence calls us into considering how our actions affect the whole of our relations in the web of life. We are asked to care for one another and to heal relationships. Often, we visualize the interdependent web of life as all of the life that exists right now. But the interdependent web of life extends throughout time as well. Maybe we can call it the interdependent web of time. Archaeological records reveal that our ancestors, even in hominid species older than our own, cared for one another when individuals became sick and injured. Survival depended on cooperation and group cohesion. Survival depended on caring for one another. Compassion is a very human quality that arose out of evolutionary processes that began at least just over 1 million years ago. In more modern times, ancient religious and philosophical texts codified compassion, recognizing that caring for one another is vital to the survival and to the thriving of life. And today, scientists across disciplines study the existence, impact, and importance of compassion in humankind. Gail, would you please light our healing candle for us today? Spirit of life and love, today we honor your presence in this world and recognize that it has been here shaping and healing life for ages, working within and amongst our ancestors in the form of compassion. Help us to understand that human life exists now because of cooperation, care, and compassion. Spirit of love, lead us towards the wisdom we need to perpetuate compassion in this world instead of violence, so that our own descendants may inherit vibrant, diverse, and joyful life. Amen, and may we make it so. Please sing with me now, hymn number 1051, We Are. Ritual of the sharing of joys and sorrows is a prayerful time in which we listen to our hearts, minds, bodies, and souls to discern what it is we need in this moment of healing. This ritual allows for us to connect our lives and deepen our faith in the understanding that we belong to one another. We are here to care for one another, and through caring, we illuminate the beauty of our interdependence. In our Joys and Sorrows book, you are able to write any significant joy or sorrow occurring in your life that you would like for the congregation to know. And today, we have a concern from, or a sadness from Crystal. She says, I found 2 dead cats in my neighbor's yard this morning. Very sad, but also saw eagles flying, soaring, and living in Lakeland. Love and hugs to all. Crystal Norman. Thank you, Crystal. And from John Hughes. Yes? Oh, I don't have my glasses on. I can't see. John Hughes says that last month he turned 82. Happy belated birthday. It's enough to make Pollyanna blue. John is a poet. I forgot everything I knew, but the spirit of life came through, said you still got several things to do. I'm older now, but I'm still running against the wind. And from Keno. Okay. I am thankful that here we honor divinity and femininity. In Jewish tradition, worship of Mother God got pushed aside, abandoned, as described in Jeremiah 44:18. Joyfully here, on October 22nd, that was last Wednesday, 2 small statues appeared together on the front of the altar table. They are the Hindu goddess, or the Buddhist goddess, of compassion, as the Bodhisattva, and the Cuban Catholic version of Mother Mary in her incarnation as Our Lady of Charity. Compassion and charity, may they long be honored here. Yes, thank you, Keno. It was a magic night when they appeared. And if you would, please say with me our joy and sorrow prayer together. You are not alone. We are holding it together. Thank you. You are invited now to come forward for our ritual of joys and sorrows. Taking whichever stone or stones feels right for you, drop it in the bowl, connecting to others, feeling the power of being together in this community. And Pedro will put stones in for those of us who are joining us on Zoom or on our streaming services. Good morning. Thank you. Today I asked you to bring a picture or an object of an ancestor. If you did not bring something, you can go ahead and just visualize an ancestor with us now, one that taught you compassion by being compassionate themselves, maybe, or by caring for you. It doesn't even necessarily need to be someone you're related to. It doesn't need to be someone you've ever even met. It could just be that their life speaks compassion to you and teaches you. So if you have your picture or your object or the vision in your head, go ahead and hold on to it. Close your eyes if you need to. Visualize, look at your picture. We're going to engage in a guided visualization. It's a short meditation. It's called Desert's Tenderness. So close your eyes. Oh, and this was written by the Reverend Michelle Collins. Close your eyes. Take 3 slow, deep breaths. Let your body settle into stillness while you breathe in and out. In and out. Imagine yourself as a tiny seed that has just cracked open in the desert. Feel the harsh sun beating down on your tender shoot. The ground beneath you is hard and unforgiving. But notice, there is shade where you are. A mature creosote bush stands nearby. An ancestor, their branches reaching over you. Feel the blessed coolness of their shadow. In this shelter, you can grow without burning. Your first leaves unfurl in safety. The older plant asks nothing in return for this gift. They simply offer what they have: protection. Through their roots, they share precious water, nutrients gathered over decades of desert survival. You drink deeply of this generosity. Feel yourself growing stronger in your ancestors' care. Seasons pass in your imagination. You grow taller, your own roots deepening. One day, you notice another seed sprouting nearby, vulnerable and small as you once were. Now you understand. You extend your own branches, offering shade to this new life. The compassion you received, you now provide. This is how the desert blooms. Not through competition, but through quiet care. One generation sheltering the next. Ancient wisdom passed through root and branch. deep breath now and slowly return to the room. Feel your feet on the ground, your back against the chair. When you're ready, open your eyes. Remember that you too have both received shelter and can offer it. Part of the endless cycle of desert tenderness. Let us sing together now. This is a new hymn from our virtual hymnal. It's called Joy in the Morning. And Isaiah has suggested a lyric change. In the version, in the hymnal, the second verse says we find hope in our children, but we're changing it today to say we find hope in our elders so that we can make it meaningful for our ancestor ritual today. All right. Go ahead and rise and go.
We find joy in the morning, joy in the morning, joy in the morning, in the morning, we find joy. We find hope in our elders, hope in our elders, hope in our elders, in our elders, we find hope. We find strength in each other, strength in each other, strength in each other, in each other, we find strength. There is love all around us, love all around us, love all around us, all around us, there is love all around us, there is.
Jack-o'-lanterns, costumes, trick-or-treating, ghosts, apple bobbing, and bonfires are all current-day Halloween traditions that have evolved out of the Celtic tradition of Samhain. It is said that during the time of Samhain, when the wheel of the year has turned towards cooler weather and longer nights, that the veil between the spirit world and the world of the living is thinning. In other words, that which separates us, the living, from those in the spirit world is diminishing so that we may have contact with and receive messages from those that have passed. Whether we believe in the spirit world or not, we can still think about and honor our ancestors and the interdependent web of time that connects us. Whether you name it Halloween or Samhain or All Hallows Eve or even the Feast of Apples or Shadowfest, this time of year is an opportunity to remember that death is a part of life. It is a time to meet it without fear and to shift our perspective to one in which death becomes renewal. For when the veil thins, we can take some time to slow down and renew our own inner magic, that which has been inherited from our ancestors. Today, we are naming that inner magic compassion. Our ritual of honoring our ancestors will be a communal summoning and renewal of our inner magic, of the compassion that has sustained life throughout thousands, even millions of years, of the compassion that is in our DNA. We will stir that magic together like a witch over her bubbling cauldron of healing medicine, so that we may continue to be the humans, the good ancestors that sustain compassion in this web of life on our sacred earth. And like the wise elder witches, the ones who were not afraid of anything, we will weave together 3 powerful elements during our ritual today. We, of course, have the transformative energy of fire already burning in our chalice and our healing candle on our table. We will weave that with the medicine of sacred plants, which can be found in our special drink today. It's a hot cacao drink with almond milk, maple syrup, cardamom, and cinnamon. And we will weave that with the eternal connection to our ancestors, to the ones that we have loved and who have loved us, but who have transitioned into the mysterious beyond. We will speak their names and words that describe their qualities amongst one another today as we weave and renew and remember. I will begin with our opening ritual words, written by Layla Morgan Wild. And I will also point out that there's a pot on the altar that is an offering to the ancestors. Those are some of the ingredients that went into our hot cacao drink. Samhain's Eve, the ancient call we hear, a pagan new year as winter's chill draws near. A veil grows thin twixt worlds of seen and unseen, where spirits roam in the moon's soft silver sheen. With pumpkins carved and fires ablaze so bright, we honor the past on this hallowed night. A time for ancestors, their stories we revere. In Samhain's embrace, we greet the coming year. As seasons turn and nature's cycle spins, we welcome the wisdom the old year brings. Samhain's magic, in the shadows it unfurls, a time of transformation for our souls and our worlds. To be compassionate with oneself is a vital piece of cultivating compassion. So think about how the ancestor that you've brought into our sanctuary today supported your journey of self-compassion. Maybe they offered caring words or showed up when you needed it. Maybe it's somebody whose life speaks to you and gives you hope and inspires you to treat yourself kindly. I will ask that you come up one at a time. I can use this mic. You will say the name of your ancestor and 3 words or less about the qualities of that ancestor that nurtured you with compassion. And then you may take a hot drink. Gail and Petra will get those ready for you. If you're not planning on coming up, you may just raise your hand and they'll bring you a hot drink if you would like. And then you can sip your drink as you listen to others, watch the glow of the fire on our altar, and let the life-sustaining magic of compassion grow inside of you. I will begin. I'm going to put my great-grandmother on the altar. Her name was Eugenie Carl Schipper. And she was loving, joyful, and admired. You can bring a picture or an object, or if you don't have something, you can just say a name and the 3 words.
I brought this picture up because I didn't want Peter to get left out. This is Peter's whole wonderful family right here. Maybe she wants to say something about him.
Thank you.
My Aunt Dolly, who used compassion on a suffering kid.
Opal Bitkin, compassionate, matriarch, spitfire. I don't really have a voice, so I will do my best to do this, but I brought pictures of 2 sets of my great-grandparents, one pair that I got to know and the other that I didn't. The only thing that I know about my one great-grandmother is that she was mean, according to my grandfather. So I guess he learned compassion through the way she bullied him. My other great-grandparents had 14 children. My grandmother, my Oma, was conceived during World War II while he was going back and forth. And I want to say that they were strong and they were faithful, and apparently also fertile.
This was my late wife, Wendy Gillerhunt's favorite animal, mythical or real, dragon. It's hard to think of only 3 words, but I would say caring, optimistic, and generous.
This is my Uncle Charles. He passed away from complications of HIV, which is a very stigmatic disease, and through him and his death, I learned kind of how to be, well, I was always an activist. I was always passionate about what I believed in, but his death kind of led me to actually getting out into the community, and through him, I met a lot of great men who also had the disease, who I was able to change and give hope to, because a lot of people still carry the stigma, and it goes so far as like they can't get hugs, people won't touch them, and so I never carried that because I never believed in that with my Uncle Charles. He was a hard loss, but he taught me compassion in that.
little more than 3 words, but I remember my paternal grandfather. The rest of the family called him a sermon taster because he liked to go visit different strange churches, and his only grandchild that would go with him was me. So, visiting country churches.
This is my mother's mother, my grandmother Anna. She's listening to some jazz musicians here, a piano and a bass player, and I know she was a lover of knowledge and music and the arts. I got my appreciation for swing music from her, and so I call these guys, I don't know their actual names, like Frank and Henry or something, but I imagine her enjoying their music. She was very accepting to me, and I enjoyed time in her home.
My ancestor is my father, who died when I was 13. Last year, I own a wooden profile of him that he made in his shop class in high school. I'm not sure where it's located at the moment, but that is what is in my mind. And the 3 words I would say are compassion, servant, and leader.
My father, teacher, open-minded, progressive, innovative. I miss him.
My father, intelligent, compassionate, hilarious.
I forgot my picture of my grandfather because we were running late. But my grandpa, Bob Lineberger, he was a Lutheran pastor. He baptized me on his last day before he retired. He passed a year ago, just before his 94th birthday. And he was very, faithful, accepting, progressive, and I always admired that about him. And then an ancestor that's not my ancestor that I want to honor, one of Presley's ancestors, his biological dad, who committed suicide a few years ago, Mitchell. He was haunted, I guess, but very loyal and dedicated.
When my mom died 7 years ago this month, my parents had been married for 50 years. My dad started wearing this necklace with their wedding rings on it, and he was still wearing it the day that he died, which will be 4 years in January. Dad he was committed. He was loving. And he
was very hardworking.
I don't have anything today. I was a little bit unprepared, but I'm holding in my mind a picture of my abuelita, Alba Arturo. She came here in the 50s, and she is so strong, and she is so fun, and she is so curious about the world and everyone around her. And
My name's Jerry Kermit Southard. When I was about 80 years old, a decade or so ago, I decided that my dad was the best guy I ever knew. And guess what? His name's Kermit. And so that's what I do now. I am called Kermit. All right? That's it.
Well, I didn't bring a picture, but I would like to honor my father, whose first name I also bear. And I didn't like my name, so I kind of changed it when I was in New York. But I realized what a terrific man he was. He was legally blind from the age of 21, raised 6 children with my beautiful mother, and hardworking. So I'm the last of the 6 and the one remaining. But he was legally blind from an accident, but he was the hardest working and the most humane man I ever met. And with his handicap, he still was able to do some remarkable things. And I want to honor him. He was just terrific. And it's hard to put 3 words to describe him, but dedicated. He was faithful, and a wonderful father to 6 beautiful children, or 5 anyway. Thank you.
There's a humorous saying that I'm sure most of you have heard, that one of the really bad things about life is we don't get to choose our parents. And I want to say that was so not true of me, and I was very lucky to have a dad and mom that loved the 3 boys intensely. I want to particularly honor my mom today. She passed 11 years ago. It's unexpected, and something that I don't feel very good about is my brother and I have never been able to get together on a gravestone for Mom. And a part of the reason is we can't agree what to put on it. So the 3 words I want to go with are the words that I thought of years ago when John and I first opened up that issue that I think describe my mom so well. And that is music, love, and snickerdoodles.
Spirits of earth and sky we invoke. In this sacred space, our hearts spoke. Guardians protect as intentions flow. East, south, west, north, let our spirits glow. Guide us, Dispel fear with love and compassion, we steer. In this sacred space, blessings appear. Honor this moment, divine and clear. As our spirits shine, we hold you dear.
Our closing words are from Jane Revska. When all is quiet and we are small and the night is dark, may we hear the tender breathing of all who lie awake with us in fear, that together we may gather strength to live with love and kindness and confidence. So please join us in our closing song. It's number 1001 in the Teal hymnal. It's called Breaths.
Listen more often to things than to beings. Listen more often to things than to beings. 'Tis the ancestor's breath when the fire's voice is heard. 'Tis the ancestor's breath and the voice of the waters. Wish those who have died have never, never left the dead heaven under the earth. They are in the rustling trees, they are in the growing woods, they are in the crying grass, they are in the moaning rocks, the dead under the earth. So listen more often to things than to beings. Listen more often to things than to beings. 'Tis the ancestor's breath when the fire's voice is heard. 'Tis the ancestor's breath and the voice of the waters. Wish those who have died have never, never left the dead have a pact with the living. They are in the woman's breast, they are in the wailing child, they are with us in our homes, they are with us in this crowd. The dead have a pact with the living. So listen more often to things than to beings. Listen more often to things than to beings. 'Tis the ancestor's breath when the fire's voice is heard. 'Tis the ancestor's breath and the voice of the waters. Wish, 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 wish.
Dorothy, would you please extinguish our chalice? And please join me in the words for our chalicing extinguishing. We extinguish this chalice, but not the light of truth, the warmth of love, or the fire of commitment. These we carry with us out into the world.
We of course may
Hmm.